Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about this from that park place. Rumor: Ubisoft's Watch Dog franchise is dead and buried following the failure of Watch Dog Legions. Well, technically I'm using this more of an opening to another part, but first let me go and deal with this first and foremost. I'm not surprised. I'm not even a tiny little bit surprised because of this. After all, we have seen what they have done with the previous version. Apparently there were 3 releases, I even forgot that there were 3. But because the first one was good, it could be a little bit flawed here and there. They had the problems with the graphics. I do remember the shit show that represented, because the screenshots and the videos, etc. looked better than the game that was released. And then they released the second one, which was an absolute shit show, completely and utterly different from the first one. It had some of the mechanics of the first one, but it was mostly a woke fest. It was a communist game out through and through. And then they came with this garbage over here, which is a game that was made in relations to Brexit and criticizing Brexit. And you can see how well that one worked out. The first one, I think it was Chicago, the second one was San Francisco, and this one was based in London. So you can pretty much see that this is, well, not doing good. So they ended up losing a lot of money. And despite them saying that we sold a lot, we know it didn't. Especially because of this little rumor here, this little snippet, which comes from a French YouTuber and streamer. Here he says, Watch Dogs is normally dead and buried. The flop of Legion destroyed the license's projects, including a rather original Battle Royale. Oh, the joys of another Battle Royale game out there. That genre has been milked and milked to death by now. It has been absolutely insufferably milked. I mean, that cow is now just skin and bones, and people are still milking that goddamn fucking cow. I mean, how much milk do you think that cow will be able to give you? I can already tell you, it's not going to be much. It's looking like a raisin. It's dust. Hey, it's powder milk is gonna come out formula. Like a formula, baby formula. Anyway, but mostly I want to rant about this a little bit here from the quartering tweet. But before I continue with this, here it is, a trailer.
We are few, we are God's chosen knights. We are born of sin and crime. We are repentance personified. We are immortal, we are legend. We are God's wrath made manifest. And we know no fear.
I'm back, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Right. So, Ubisoft is notoriously and well known to be one of the wokest companies out there, to the point that they started to affect their games, which wasn't that great to begin with. They had some diamond in the rough moments here and there, like Far Cry 3, Far Cry 4 was okay. quite a bit more rough than Far Cry 3. But no, wait, there is Far Cry 6 right now. There is Far Cry 5, which was the one that happened in Montana. Yeah, I'm sorry. Far Cry 3 was actually very good. Far Cry 4 was a little bit rough in some areas, but still good. Far Cry 5 had a lot of rough edges. Like, was pushing it, but still had some good moments. See, they tend to milk things. But in either way, they were still okay in a few moments. The Division was okay. The Division 2 is a bit of a... It's not pushing me in or pulling me in like the first one did. I don't know, for some reason, it's just not working out. Every time I try to play it, it's just not working out. But here we have here on Ubisoft and what they say. I'm gonna read the entire image here in its entirety, in its full glory. Here it is. Quote, "First, we want to make it very clear that we do not accept hate, harassment, and other forms of abuse in any way, and we are deeply saddened to see the negativity and hatred towards spreading on our co-workers' personal profiles and on our partners' social media platforms. We are proud to represent the diversity and inclusion that exists in society as part of our everyday work. Representation is part of our DNA, and we will remain that way regardless of external pressures and influences. If you are exposed to or witness any negative behavior towards your colleagues online, do not hesitate to reach out to your manager, Arcade HR, or the communications team. We are here to help. Should the situation escalate to a point where you feel unsafe, please contact the Ubisoft Security and Risk Management team at, well, censored. SRM has a team of dedicated staff to manage security concerns. They will assess the severity of the situation and provide personalized guidance. As always, report immediate and severe personal safety concerns to your local emergency number. Given the current polarization of this topic online, we believe that having a respectful and constructive dialogue is difficult. If not impossible to achieve. In this context, we ask you to not engage in and interact with these conversations, as this could worsen the situation for yourself, our teams, and our industry peers. You can also set your accounts to private and or turn off private messages from people who are not in your list of trusted friends. Do this across all your social accounts, even if you're only receiving unwelcome messages on certain platforms. Ubisoft firmly stands for diversity and inclusion in our workplace and our games, and we believe there is no room for hate in gaming. We will continue. Seriously, how many paragraphs do you need to say, oh, which we really believe in inclusive, we really believe in inclusivity, we really believe in diversity. Here, look, we are very diverse. Please believe us. It's really going on out there with that message, isn't it? But here is the thing. I don't really believe much. Maybe they are receiving, maybe very rarely, a hate here and there, but it's possibly pale in comparison to the hate we all receive for daring to criticize one of these retarded changes in games. I mean, I received a lot of hate from fucking retards on the Warhammer community who disagreed with my, well, not Warhammer community, more like the tourists in the Warhammer community. That would be correct. And it wasn't really much of a hate, more like them getting really triggered, and some of them actually attacking my appearance because I dare to criticize the femstodes. I'm pretty sure it pales, this thing pales in comparison to that. And quite frankly, I am really sick and tired of the forced diversity and representation in games. I really do not need to be pandered in games. I really do not want it. I just want a good game. I know that thing is very controversial to say that in this day and age, but I mean, it's not that complicated, is it? You used to make good games in the past. What changed? The forced representation. That what's changed. Because in the past, I would even give a goddamn fucking rat's ass if you're black or a woman or whatever as the main character. For me, for instance, and one of the biggest examples I can point it out is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Despite being playing the top-down Grand Theft Auto, the first 3D version, which was Grand Theft 3, a lot, And then the Grand Theft Auto 4, which included very nice physics upgrades to the vehicles, graphics, and then Grand Theft Auto 5. They just prefer the San Andreas, and you're Carl Johnson, CJ. I think it's Carl Johnson. I don't even remember anymore, but it was CJ. C-fucking-J, and I love that game. I played that one to death multiple times, even just wandering around and shooting and doing things. And the main character is black. My favorite Grand Theft Auto. And I play... admittedly, I haven't played San Andreas in years upon years. So maybe one day soon I may be able to play it again. Hopefully, that'll be good. Oh, and there is even Grand Theft Auto Vice City. And I played more San Andreas. That says a lot about it. Or one of the Far Cries that I even mentioned, Far Cry 4, which happens in Nepal or that region in the world. You're playing as an Indian guy. You're not playing as a white dude. And I connected with the character. What gives, right? So basically, you're making it forced. When you make a forced representation, when you force a character, when you force somebody in, you're just taking out the good stuff out of the game. You're taking it out of the story. You are trying to change the story. You're trying to force it, and it's just not working, Ubisoft or any other woke company. This is why there is a big pushback against Sweet Baby Inc., Gamer X, and Silver Lining, Silver String, or whatever that other company is, and other companies who does the same thing. Well, on that goddamn fucking hell, have a great fucking night. And remember, fuck you, YouTube. Fuck you.